Coach, we have Professor Cassidy's class here with us today.
Hi, everybody.
But we'll get started with our post-game press conference. We have head coach Lisa Carlsen. Coach, I'm going to start us off with a statement about tonight's game.
Well, I think first of all, I was really proud of our effort. I think you saw for 40 minutes why Toledo is the best team in the league. They're a lot to handle. Really, at all 5 spots, I thought they shot the ball particularly well from 3, which is something that's unfortunate because they're a lot to handle with their size inside, as well as the players that they have that can put the ball on the floor. So, we weren't really able to keep pace with them, especially in the third quarter offensively, and that really put us in a hole. But not for lack of effort. We'll get back at it and hope for a better result in a couple days.
All right, I'll take questions as we're joined by Jaden Marable and Brooke Stonebaker.
Coach, I just want to start off mentioning not many points in the paint early in the game. Obviously, Toledo has got a lot of size. They're very good there. A little bit more success later in the game. Is there anything you found in the second half that you maybe wish you got to a little bit earlier?
Well, I think when we started the game, both teams were kind of loving it from the perimeter, right, and having a lot of success there. So, I think Toledo's size is something to contend with, and I think that makes it tough sometimes. There was a lot of shots that we got offensively that we would like again, whether those were shots in the paint or shots from the perimeter. And I think if we continue to execute, we have players who can definitely have success from those spots. So I wasn't, obviously from an efficiency standpoint, I wish we were better, but I thought offensively we got some pretty good looks.
And Brooke, I wanted to mention you had 5 3-point attempts coming today. You have 4 tonight. Is that something, are those shots you expected to take today? And just what was the game plan with that? And what was the thought that went into taking more of those shots today?
Yeah, looking into the game going today, we knew that they were going to, if we passed the ball into Brooke Blumenfeld, that they were going to double off of me. So I was going to be open on the outside a lot more and team sag off a lot more, so try to take advantage of that today. But yes.
Jaden, you had 6 rebounds today, and as like a smaller guard against such like a big team, how were you able to get so many rebounds? And you were efficient all around, so how were you able to be so efficient?
I just got to help my teammates out. Toledo was very tall, so I knew that my post players had to hold them off, and I had to come get the ball. And then offensively, I knew I just had to be aggressive and try to look to create as usual.
And Coach, I know that you guys have 3 more games left in the season, all away. You guys are fighting for that MAC tournament spot. What do you guys have to do to be able to get to the MAC tournament in Cleveland?
Well, we need to win a couple ball games. I think this group, and I've said it before, does a great job of understanding how to prepare for what's right in front of them. I was happy with our preparation for the game tonight, and I'm sure we'll get back at it and be locked into what we need to do to beat Akron. That we're on the road, obviously we love being at home, but we have work to do, and I know this group will get back at it, and my staff will do a great job of helping put together a game plan that gives us the best opportunity to do that.
Coach, I know you mentioned how you guys kind of were challenged with the way Toledo pushed the pace. Was that kind of your game plan going into tonight, trying to keep up with their pace and try and match it?
Well, a couple things we needed to do, and I thought we did a really nice job of, is when they tried to pressure us, we have to take advantage of it on the backside. I think too many people let that pressure force them to be passive and not take advantage of it on the backside. And we talked a lot about that before the first meeting we did again tonight. And I thought we did a nice job of that. So, pace is not something that we shy away from very often. So if people want to play up tempo, we're probably better in that situation. And Toledo does a good job of picking their times, right? They'll look to go sometimes, but they're also very deliberate in their half-court offense. So you have to stay disciplined in all phases of the game when you play the Rockets, for sure.
Jaden, just want to mention defensively going against Toledo, obviously they made a lot of shots from the perimeter. What was it like guarding against them? Is that something you expected? Like you said, normally a bigger team. Did that kind of catch you by surprise at all?
I think coming into it, or I guess during it, they set a lot of ball screens for their point guards, and I think they were able to score a lot off of that. So we tried to make some adjustments to better guard that, but I just think they were able to take advantage of their ball screen and take advantage against our ball screen coverage. I think we could have did a better job of guarding that. Yeah.
So Jaden, you talked about adjustments. What adjustments or technical changes did you make during the game? And how did you plan counting upon the strength?
Again, going back to the ball screen coverage, we kind of tried to low show. We tried to hedge a little bit, trying to take Sophia Wired out of what she likes to do, which is pull-ups and, create for her teammates. I think some of our adjustments did work. Yeah.
This is for both Jaden and Brooke. How did you guys maintain the focus and composure during such an intense moment with all of those fouls in the game? How did you guys stay composed?
Well, we knew they were going to be physical. That's kind of the mentality you have to go into the game, is expect the physicality, and you got to stay composed through that physicality. That comes with every MAC game or every game in general. But it's just experience with that in the MAC and especially Toledo.
I agree. I think that was nicely said. Yeah.
Any other questions for this group?
I'll have one more. So obviously tight race, coach, in the standings trying to get to the tournament. Now you're having to go on the road for all three. Something you haven't necessarily had the most success this year, but a little bit more recently. So just where's the confidence level, knowing you have to go into a hostile environment and need wins to give yourself a chance?
Yeah, I think this group is well aware of the implications of each game, and that's why I said earlier I don't doubt that they'll be prepared to go to battle. Yeah, is it tougher on the road usually? But we feel confident in the teams that we have coming up. We had success at Eastern Michigan, had some success at Buffalo, and I think we can draw from that success, jumping back on the road, especially with so much to play for.
Are there any specific areas that you'll either want to work on as a team or individually for next time?
Every team presents different challenges, right? So what we prepare for to put ourselves in position to beat Akron could be a little bit different than it was tonight. It will be different at Miami. It'll be different at Western Michigan. So I don't know that there's one area. Again, I think defensively we have to continue to stay locked in from a game plan standpoint. A lot of that is really understanding personnel. And that's why I say it's different every time, right? The personnel that we're going to see at Akron is different than the personnel we saw tonight. And this group does a really nice job of understanding that. So not necessarily one facet of the game. You always hope that you shoot the ball well. That's a big part of what we need to do to have success. And then really being able to stay locked in defensively and get ourselves some stops to give ourselves a chance.
All right, I think with that, we'll wrap it up. Thank you very much.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.